Ever felt that heart-stopping moment? That split second where the world seems to slow down, your breath catches in your throat, and you're completely frozen in place. It's not just in the movies. This is a real, biological response, a powerful survival mechanism hardwired into our very being. Today, we're going on a journey deep inside the human body and brain to uncover exactly what happens in that instant before you freeze in fear. We'll explore the lightning-fast chain reaction that takes over from your eyes to your adrenal glands and understand why this seemingly paralyzing response might actually be the very thing designed to save your life. So, buckle up as we dissect the anatomy of fear. It all starts with your senses. Let's say you're walking through the woods and a twig snaps nearby. It could be anything, but your brain isn't taking any chances. That sound, or maybe a fleeting shadow you see, is sensory information. This data bypasses the slow, scenic route of conscious thought and takes an express highway straight to a tiny, almond-shaped structure deep in your brain called the amygdala. Think of the amygdala as your brain's alarm system or its 24/7 security guard. It's constantly scanning for potential threats, and it works incredibly fast, much faster than the parts of your brain responsible for logical reasoning. The amygdala doesn't wait for confirmation. It doesn't need to know if that sound was a squirrel or something more dangerous. The mere possibility of a threat is enough. The instant it receives this danger signal, it screams emergency to the rest of your brain. This is where the magic, or rather the science, really begins. The amygdala sends an immediate distress signal to another key player, the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is like the command center for your entire body. It controls your autonomic nervous system, the system that manages all the things you don't consciously think about, like your heartbeat, breathing, and digestion. Upon receiving the amygdala's frantic call, the hypothalamus flips a switch. It activates two major pathways, the sympathetic nervous system and the adrenal cortical system. Let's talk about the sympathetic nervous system first. This is your fight or flight system. Imagine it as pressing the accelerator pedal on your body. The hypothalamus sends nerve signals down your spinal cord to your adrenal glands, which sit right on top of your kidneys. Specifically, it targets the inner part of the adrenal gland, the adrenal medulla. In response, the adrenal medulla floods your bloodstream with adrenaline, also known as epinephrine, and this is where you start to feel the fear. Adrenaline is a powerful hormone that supercharges your body for immediate, intense physical action. Your heart begins to pound, pumping blood at a furious rate to your muscles and major organs, preparing them for a burst of energy. Your breathing becomes rapid and shallow, maximizing your oxygen intake. Your pupils dilate, letting in more light so you can see your surroundings and any potential threats more clearly. Even your digestion slows down or stops entirely. Why waste energy digesting lunch when you might be about to become lunch? All energy is redirected to survival. But wait, we're talking about freezing, not fighting or fleeing. So where does that fit in? The freeze response is often considered the first step in this defensive cascade. It's an incredibly ancient and vital survival tactic. Think about it from an evolutionary perspective. If you're a prey animal and a predator is nearby, suddenly moving might draw its attention. By freezing, you become less conspicuous. You blend into the background. This momentary pause also serves a crucial purpose for your brain. It's a state of hypervigilance. While your body is frozen on the outside, your brain is working at lightning speed on the inside. This freeze response buys your brain precious milliseconds to process the situation more thoroughly. The initial sensory data that took the express route to the amygdala is also taking a slower, more detailed path to your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thought, decision-making, and analysis. This is your brain's high road, The prefrontal cortex is now analyzing the information more carefully. Is that really a threat? Is that sound a predator or just the wind? During this freeze, your senses are heightened to the extreme. Your hearing becomes more acute, your vision sharper. You are in a state of intense sensory intake, gathering as much information as possible to make the best possible decision. It's a stop, look, and listen response on a biological level. Your body is poised and ready for action, tense, loaded with adrenaline, like a coiled spring, waiting for the brain's final verdict. Will it be fight? Will it be flight? Or will the threat pass, allowing you to relax? This is why freezing isn't a sign of weakness or cowardice. It's an active, strategic state of readiness. It's your body's way of hitting the pause button to perform a rapid risk assessment before committing to a potentially life-altering action. This response is so deeply ingrained that we see it across the animal kingdom, from deer in the headlights to a mouse freezing at the sight of a cat. It's a shared, universal language of survival. Now, let's go back to that second system the hypothalamus activates, the adrenal cortical system. This is the slower stress response pathway. The hypothalamus releases a hormone that tells the pituitary gland, another small gland at the base of the brain, to get involved. The pituitary gland then releases a different hormone into the bloodstream, which travels down to the outer part of your adrenal glands, the adrenal cortex. This prompts the release of cortisol, often called the stress hormone. Cortisol works alongside adrenaline, but has a more sustained effect. It keeps your body on high alert, ensuring you have a steady supply of fuel, in the form of blood sugar, for the long haul. If the threat continues, cortisol helps maintain this heightened state of arousal. So, you have adrenaline for the immediate explosive reaction and cortisol to keep the engine running if the danger doesn't disappear right away. Together, they create a powerful cocktail of stress hormones that completely reprioritizes your body's functions toward one single goal: survival. So let's put it all together. The second before you freeze, a potential threat is detected by your senses. The signal zips to your amygdala, which sounds the alarm. The hypothalamus is activated, kicking your sympathetic nervous system into high gear. Adrenaline floods your system, preparing your body for intense action. But before you run or fight, your body instinctively freezes. This isn't paralysis. It's a strategic pause. Your muscles are tense, your heart is racing, your senses are on overdrive, and you are completely focused on the potential danger. During these critical moments, the more rational part of your brain is rapidly assessing the situation. It's an intricate and beautifully efficient dance of neurochemistry, designed over millions of years to give you the best possible chance of living to see another day. Understanding this process can be incredibly empowering. The next time you feel that icy grip of fear, that moment of being frozen in place, you can recognize it for what it is. Not a failure, but a sophisticated, high-speed survival program running in the background. It's your body's ancient wisdom taking the wheel to protect you, and that in itself is a pretty amazing thing. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the anatomy of fear. It's a fascinating subject that reveals just how complex and incredible our bodies are. If you found this interesting and want to explore more about the science of our minds and bodies, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure into the wonders of human biology. Until next time, stay curious,